Now, just a little warning before we begin that there will be spoilers for the 6th and final episode of Hawkeye in this video. Though, since this review is a little late, you've probably seen it by now. A series of unfortunate events kind of kept us from...
You mean food poisoning?
Food poisoning, and then you getting very, very ill.
Yes.
With something besides COVID. I guess that can still happen, huh?
Diseases, imagine, they still exist.
Yeah, we both got food poisoning.
Oh, yeah.
On the day this came out originally.
Yes.
You got it really bad. I was fine about an hour later. And then I got food poisoning on Christmas to make up for not having it bad the first time.
That was your own fault. I told you not to eat that.
I know. But someone else did too. But yeah, and then you got really sick shortly after the New Year, and here we are.
Yay.
Anyway, before we tell you our life story, let's get to Hawkeye.
This video is a special request.
It is a special request, so let's get to the final episode of Hawkeye, which we just rewatched because we wanted to make sure we remembered it, because you weren't feeling well the first time we watched it anyway.
Right.
I thought it was a fantastic ending. You?
Oh, yeah. It was a great ending.
Great ending to a great series.
It capped everything off in a nice way. It left threads where it was supposed to leave threads and didn't mess anything up.
Yeah. Surprising, because one of my concerns going into the finale was, do we have time for all this?
Exactly.
And what I love about the Marvel shows is however much time, and we had a couple, I think, like hour-long episodes in this series. You know, you go to something like, Book of Boba Fett, Mando, a lot of times half-hour episodes just seem to be, and then you miss out on some of that character building, which is what one of the great things about the show was, the character building.
Oh, I agree. I really enjoyed seeing Kingpin.
I loved seeing Kingpin.
Oh my God, and the music they played every time it was on screen, that bolsterous music.
He is just the perfect Kingpin. Like, he is terrifying.
He's a perfect Kingpin.
Even when he looks calm, you know he's not calm.
I think he was underutilized.
He should have been in this earlier.
In the Daredevil series, he lived on high, fancy suits, art, wine. He really felt like a top key player.
Yeah.
This time we're like, oh, he's in charge of the track suits and his Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, exactly. He looks like he's in kind of some rundown kind of office, and and not in like some high rise or something.
But then he said, we have to remind them who owns this city. So I was like,
I loved his portrayal of the character, but I don't know that I liked that we didn't get the exact. Yeah, I don't think that we got the sense that this guy really is the crime lord of New York City.
Well, he was knocked down a few pegs by Ronin.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, he could still, I guess, be rebuilding that empire.
So do you think we see him again? I mean, I can't imagine they killed him.
He's coming back in Echo series, definitely.
Yeah, there's no way. Because, I mean, it almost seems like he was wearing some type of bullet arrow-proof vest or something already.
That's all muscle, man. What are you talking about?
That's a hell of a
I think she shot him in the eye. I think that's it.
That could be. I mean,
come on. What a perfect pun. We don't see eye to eye.
You always pulling off those character voices.
Shot him. She gets shot in the eye. No, I think he's back in Echo series at the very least.
I think there's no way you waste him on just not waste him, but just one episode of Hawkeye and that's all we get Kingpin. No, come on, you have to use him again.
He's got to be reutilized.
But moving on to our main character, Hawkeye, I am happy with what I wasn't thrilled going into the series. Like, it's Hawkeye, who cares so much about Hawkeye? And by the end of it, I know you do, and I'm just saying, I was like, of all the series, this was the one I had the least expectations for, kind of the least excited for, and it might be the best of the Marvel series so far.
It very well could be. I was worried straight off that they were going to portray him as the aging hero with the whole, here's my hearing aid, I'm getting cuts and bruises and this hurts, and I was like, oh gosh, we're doing the aging hero, she's going to get upshown by the young pup.
Yeah.
He's still
Hawkeye.
form.
I mean, they did a little. But the character's probably, in his late 40s or 50s. He's seen, the idea here is, he's seen a few battles, and he wants to tell this youngster who wants to take his place, not in the, I'm trying to show you up place, but I want to be a new hero, I want to do what you do. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, he showed her that it's not all guts and glory, that it's hard hitting, and there's personal stakes.
Yeah, you have to give up so much or worry about so much.
Right. That he showed her also by worrying about her.
Yeah, and
not leaving the fight when he could have ducked out.
Very well done of how he's kind of learning he has to let go of Natasha, and then kind of, when he calls her his partner, that's kind of when you realize, he's kind of moving,
He's moving forward.
He's never going to,
No, he's never going to get over
it entirely. But he's kind of, he's realizing, life does go on.
Yeah, life can go on, and he can do good moving forward.
Yeah.
That he's not just a figure in the background of a musical.
And I loved how Elena was used in this too. I mean, another thing. I was like, you bringing her in halfway through. Is she gonna even have any kind of story arc here?
She's got that charisma to her.
Her and Kate were great chemistry between those two.
Funny. Let's just go get some drinks.
Yeah, you get the sense
after I killed Barton.
Yeah, you get that sense they want to be friends, but they realize they're on opposite sides, right? And they don't want to hurt each other. They're that was a good kick, and you did that thing with the over. It's. Yeah. I love the playful banter. I love the chemistry.
You can tell they didn't really want to hurt each other in the fight.
I hope whenever we see these characters again, we get more Elena and new Hawkeye.
We could have a
Black
Widow
right?
and Hawkeye.
Black Widow, Hawkeye, exactly.
Perfect. It would be really great.
So I'm glad they kind of, and I hope that was a setup for that, not just a coincidence. I hope
don't
want
them to just become background characters in Young Avengers or the next Avengers. I want those two to have their own because I feel like their chemistry is really great.
I agree. Couldn't agree more. Okay, so let's move on to the one part of the episode that I was kind of rolling my eyes at. I got to be honest, was not that I didn't enjoy their real first kind of team up between Hawkeye and Kate and taking out the bad guys, but none of them had a gun. I mean, they were surrounded by 100 of the tracksuit mafia. I don't know where all the tracksuit mafia.
Most of them didn't seem to have guns.
None of them had guns for the finale.
There were very few that had guns.
They all seemed to have bats suddenly.
Bats, yeah.
It was bats and other melee weapons to go against the guys with the bows and arrows. It's none of you, because you had guns a minute ago.
Yeah, I thought they all would have guns. I mean, that seems like a very mob-esque thing. I mean, is Kingpin we don't use guns in my mob,
except for when we need to. I don't know. It was you. I understand. Sometimes you got to do things for the sake. You got two characters who use bow and arrows. If you
guns put them against well, then again, Hawkeye did shoot that special arrow at all those flagpoles that magnetized, and it looked like it sucked all their guns up.
That's right.
So a good portion of them lost their guns at that instant.
Okay, fair enough. I had forgotten about that.
Haha.
You got me.
I got you. But one thing that I actually was disappointed at, and I know I commented it to you when we were watching it, the Four Larpers who were
that was the other
who LARP in a group that is made up of people who are firefighters and police officers, and we know for a fact that these people in this group are those things. They're we cannot command respect. No one's listening to us when we're just doing our jobs and saying stuff. But let's put on our and they even said something to the effect of this isn't working. We're trained professionals, but it's not enough. What do you mean it's not enough? I don't feel like they commanded the kind of respect they would if they were in their uniforms.
I know.
They didn't demand that respect. They weren't shouting. They weren't giving clear, concise instructions. They were just kind of standing there around waving their arms.
It was a strange moment for these trained people to
I know they wanted the laughs. La ha ha, we got them in their LARPer outfits.
It's another one of those things where you understand for the fun of the story.
Mm-hmm.
They go put on their LARPing outfits and now everybody's yes, their new outfits. And of course Hawkeye wore his outfit, which was...
It was cute. Yeah,
yes.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's one of those, and I like the LARPers. I remember...
I wanted to see Jack in an outfit.
Jack was great. He was hilarious in this.
He was.
Another one of those characters when you first meet him, wow, this guy's kind of a d-bag, and then you're by the end you're this guy's and he's killing people
in the streets. He was literally slicing people with that sword. I mean, at the end you see him cleaning his sword. What do you think's
got blood on his tie.
Blood on my tie.
Yeah. Another, like I said, I love that little. By the end, you're really rooting for the guy, and you feel bad that he's.
There were a lot of really nice hidden gems in Hawkeye.
It was a really good show.
Really good.
I am impressed with this show.
I liked the nod to who Hawkeye married.
Oh,
we finally got an answer to who she is.
Yeah,
Mockingbird, which in the comics they were always a on again, off again, couple, flirty couple, and it was really nice to see that. Yeah, they got married in the MCU. He got married to the original Mockingbird. And settled down and had a family.
Yeah,
it was really nice.
It was really
I knew something was up with her when she was speaking a foreign language earlier. I was
and he was going to her for information and what is kind of marriage do these two have? Where is she from? Yeah, so that was cool. No, definitely a little cool nod to the character.
Just a nod. Yeah. Agent 19.
Yep.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I thought we could have done with a better post-credit scene.
Yeah,
I didn't need to see the whole
Rogers
song. I get it. It was funny. But come on. You could have given me Echo breadcrumbs. You could have given me more Young Avengers-y type breadcrumbs. Could have given me breadcrumbs for the next series you've got coming out. Even just a laugh moment with Hawkeye back at home with his family. You know, maybe the girl out there doing something stupid dangerous with his kids with her arrow, with the Darren Dangerous arrows or something funny.
Or maybe even something with the owl
With the
that took
Pym
away
arrow.
the owl that took away the little truck. You know?
That could have been a really funny moment too.
You could have had them in the truck with the giant owl or something. Just a
Pecking
little,
down at them.
yeah. No,
Like, oh man, bro, is it safe to go outside yet? Let me check. And then
the owl
eye swooped down. That would have been great. Instead, we got the Hawkeye. Rogers the musical number. I just didn't need to see it.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to make a.
Maybe
I know
if you wanted to show that, put that in, but put the other things too, or something.
And it's such a strange thing to make a musical about. I mean, because a lot of people died, and I mean, I understand you want to celebrate the heroes, but it was a dark day. You know,
I'm trying to think of compared things, and that'd be
9/11
horrible.
would be the only thing I could.
I don't want to see 9/11 the musical.
Yeah, I understand some amazing heroes that day. Don't get me wrong; they should be celebrated, but
it would be too soon.
A lot of tragedy, a lot of loss of life. So it's kind of a strange thing, yeah.
Right.
I mean, like I said, I understand you want to celebrate the heroes, but with a musical, I don't know.
Too soon.
It's weird.
I mean, we've got Hamilton, but
well, that's a long time ago, though. Yes.
I think they needed more time before they made this musical. I get it was for the laughs and whatever.
Yes.
But it was given Hawkeye post-traumatic stress syndrome just watching it. I can't
why.
imagine other people who were watching it going, yeah, I lost everything that day.
And speaking of Echo, you mentioned her before. Are you excited for Echo, the series? Did this get you?
Marvel doesn't generally put out anything bad, so I'm always excited for anything they put forward.
Well, sure, but I mean, did this introduction to the character, like, oh, now I really want to see the series? Yes.
Oh, I'm interested. I'm very interested.
I'm always, like I said, every time I seem to kind of doubt Marvel, like I kind of was like, the Hawkeye series, I'd turn out to be, well, sometimes, I don't know, the Black Widow movie was still kind of a.
I especially got me excited for Echo to know the close relationship they put her with Kingpin, because we could get more Kingpin, obviously, and that's exciting.
Yeah, you have to put Kingpin in that. Mm-hmm. Have to. I mean, just the fan reaction to him returning as Kingpin was...
Exactly.
It's one of those... And Marvel loves their fan service, and they know how to do it right most of the time, so I believe we'll have Kingpin in the Echo series, which will certainly...
Spice it up. Oh, my goodness. That'd be a perfect time to put Daredevil back in.
That would be. Oh my goodness. Well, he is back. I mean, he is back in.
I'm just saying those two actually have a relationship in the comics, because he can't see, she can't hear, and they have had battles between the two of them before.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see him cameo over with Kingpin. Be perfect.
I mean, yeah, and we, like I said, we have him now. No Way Home. Spoilers if you haven't seen that.
Wow, you are just spoiler crazy.
I hope you know that's coming.
Things that everyone in the world has seen.
Yeah, I guess. If I ruined it for you, I'm sorry, but Daredevil is in No Way Home.
Nobody opened their internet for the past months.
Just only to watch our Hawkeye review a month late. So.
And somehow they missed all of the No Way Home spoilers about Spider-Man.
But anyway, Daredevil in the Echo series with Kingpin, I would be all for that.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a really good lawyer.
Yeah, that was one of the. I mean, it's sad. It's crazy to say that's one of the best scenes in the movie, but that was, because there are some incredible scenes in that film. But that was perfect. Perfect way to bring him back into the MCU for the first time officially, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what their stance is on those. I mean,
no, I don't.
They've mentioned the other Avengers in that show. How? I mean.
Yeah, they always they were so vague, like the big green guy or the guy with the shield. They didn't. I mean,
but honestly,
not that we don't know who
really
they're
not many
referencing.
reasons that they couldn't.
With the multiverse, you could say it was a slightly different version. I mean, they still exist in this one. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know if we have any more to talk about on this.
I think we're good.
A great finale, a great series. I have no complaints. Wrapped it up beautifully. Every character was done justice, I felt, in the end. And I'm pretty eager to see Echo, as long as we have a Kingpin in there.
I think you'll see Echo regardless if there's a Kingpin.
Well, I'm going to see it regardless. I'm sure we'll be talking about it. I'm sure we'll review it. But yes, I hope Kingpin is in it. I can't
remember what the next Marvel show is going to be.
Miss Marvel.
No, Moon Knight.
Is Moon Knight next?
I think Moon Knight's next. We just saw the trailer and it looks so good.
Oh my god, yes. How did I forget about that being next? That was...
How did you forget?
I like that meme where, 12 minutes, 3 minutes ago you didn't know who Moon Knight was. Now he's your favorite Marvel character after watching the trailer.
Oh, I actually don't know much about Moon Knight's history, so I might have to do a little brushing up.
Like I've said before, X-Men and Thor were my big things when I was a kid reading comics. Those were my staples. But
Moon
I
Knight
dipped
was
into
a
other...
more crazy.
Yeah. But I suppose we'll talk about that when the time comes.
When it comes.
So for now,
Soonish.
I guess
It's like March.
Yeah, I think it is pretty soon. I think it's shortly after Book
After
of Boba
Book
Fett.
of Boba Fett.
Yeah. Well, that is all we've got for you this time. Thanks for tuning into our late review of episode 6 of Hawkeye. Yeah, I'm sure this is not going to be our best, most watched, viewed video ever. But hey,
probably not.
If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Tell us what you thought of the finale of Hawkeye. Did you think it was as good as we did? Did you think maybe subpar, or whatever the case may be? Do leave your comments below, and let's talk some Marvel. And until next time, thanks for watching.